Good morning everybody. I want to give this whole GoPro gimbal thing a proper test run, and the best way to do that, I reckon, is to shoot the entire day's vlog post on this. I like trying things, what can I say? So one of the side effects of obviously shooting the entire vlog post on a GoPro today is it means that I can do the whole vlog post in 4K. Yeah, we have rather unfortunately reached that time of the year when, how do I put this? It's cold. It looks like it should be warm, but it's cold. I've got to nip into Tesco's to grab some milk now. Jazzy's obviously at school. Getting into the worst time of year for me, that period where it's dark and dingy and the sun never seems to come up much, and when it does it's rainy and wet and cold, and don't mean to be a downer on autumn, but oh god, winter. Oh, you know, there are things I like about winter. We need to get our chimney swept, because at least then I can have some log fires. Don't know if I already mentioned it, but don't get used to this whole 4K thing. It's just a special event for today, I think. Right, well that's the essentials purchased at least. What I'm going to try and do is get a variety of shots with this gimbal today, just so I can sort of, I don't know, work out what's doable and what isn't, and what takes ages, what works well, how much space the whole lot takes up on my laptop. So I suppose also there's a question mark over, will I actually produce a file that's small enough that I can upload it from my laptop? And you'll know the answer to that, because if this video turns out to not be 4K, then it'll be because I couldn't actually get the 4K rendered file below 4 gigs, which is the largest size file that you can put onto a phone for upload. Kind of a bit of a limit, that actually, isn't it? If I can, I'm going to try and do a little bit of off-road longboarding as well, just to get some more sort of slightly dynamic shots than me walking around. I love doing these little experiments. Another big question mark is, how long is the battery going to last on this camera? Because it takes quite a while to start it off and shut it down, so I have a tendency to shoot far more footage than I need, which of course not great for battery life. But I guess that's the whole point of doing something like this. You need to give it a go in order to find out what will work and what won't. I do like gimbals though. I feel more energetic already. Right. Time to get cracking. Oh, I've got my coffee. Now it's time to get cracking. One great thing about this rig that I've built is at least I know the sound is going to be good, because it's using the H1 Zoom microphone. The only downside to that is I have to remember to actually press record on the microphone, otherwise, because I also use an H1 Zoom on top of my Canon 80D, but that's plugged into the audio of the camera, so I don't actually have to record it. So, you know, it's the little things you have to remember, otherwise it just doesn't work. Now it's time to test the setup on a properly bumpy surface. Forgot to plug in. That really is the thing. EVs need a decent range, or they're just too inflexible. Oh, speaking of EVs, turns out Tesla did really rather miss their production numbers for the Model 3. In fact, I'd have been more surprised if they got anywhere near the original guidance of 1,500 cars. I think it was something like 260 delivered in September, something like that. Or was that for the quarter? Either way, miles off. Production bottlenecks, that's what they said, and they're trying to ramp things as quickly as possible. And honestly, if, you know, 1,000 cars here or there at the beginning of the S curve makes virtually no difference. What matters matters is, do they hit 5,000 cars a month by the time they get to January 2018? The ground is a bit spongy for this, really. But anyway, never been here before in this park, so I have absolutely no idea what's round the next corner. Cool. Oh, Jasper is going to love this place. This is going to make his day. There's that damn grass I was telling you about when I sealed the board. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It is substantially more effort getting this camera out. But oh well, maybe it'll be worth it. Today is supposed to be the day that the lights are turning up for this board. So if they do turn up for it, we might go for another ride a bit later. I'm at least properly ahead with the editing at the moment, which means that I can actually spend my days doing things. Yes. The reason I want to do this test is so that I know when GoPro shots are going to work quite well, when they're not going to work so well, and also how much hassle it's going to be. If I decide I'm just going to take the GoPro with me for the day, is that going to be a major pain, or is it going to be something that's actually pretty reasonable? This time I am going to remember to plug in. Time to go get Jazzy. He's been a bit of a pickle again. In fairness to him, he has been better than yesterday, but better than yesterday is still not good. Definitely I need to talk to him about doing what teachers say when they say, which seems to be the sticking point here. In terms of these rather disappointing Model 3 numbers, they've basically put so few cars on the road that they must still be well and truly only selling to employees at the moment, which kind of makes you think, you know, how released was this car at the end of July? And I think that's the thing with Tesla, isn't it? They are experts at public opinion and managing people's expectations, because I think probably most people expected that the ramp would be very slow to begin with. But a note of caution for all you bears out there going, oh Tesla, it's all coming to bits. They also tend to be pretty good at upping their game once they've got the sort of the niggly problems sorted out and the bottlenecks in production. I reckon there's still a pretty good chance that January they're going to be doing over 5,000 cars a month. And from there on, it should just be, you know, up to full production levels relatively quickly. Right. I'm, by the looks of it, going to have to carry him in. I guess, you know, school is hard for small children, isn't it? When they first start it, you know, can be quite tiring. So maybe that's got something to do with it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog post. Oh no, hang on a minute. Well, I can't say this yet, can I? Because I'm waiting for these lights to turn up. So maybe we'll have a look at these lights tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. So I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to like it, share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram if you don't already, and I will see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlog. Bye! Tomorrow, if you're good after school, are you listening to me? Can you listen to me? I've got a treat for you tomorrow if you're good after school. Jasper? If you're good after school tomorrow, I've found a really good skate park we can go to. Maybe I should have this conversation when he's actually awake.